Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we have an episode of our Extreme Ultimate Decades Challenge. You guys know it's extreme because I added extra rolls to make life even more interesting than the original Ultimate Decade Challenge. So I am just popping in to check in on the Gothic household because I do know I had a CC error by removing Princess Eleanor's hair. So I wanted to re-add her hair and check on their son that she had with Lord Roderick before, well, she got pregnant, I guess, the day he passed away through that aging glitch we had. So I'm just trying to add her hair back. Oh, it looks like her hair color has changed too. So how about that? I believe it's this color. And we did notice that her child, Adelaide, aged up with white in her hair and her lashes. It was actually a glitch, but it works so perfectly with the story I'm telling that I'm going to leave it in place. So that is why she will have that. Yeah, so I'm just going to do this real fast. I feel like this one is pretty decent. We only have like this little teeny glitch, and I don't feel like it's that bad. I think she's going to become more of like a warrior type princess. Obviously, I mean, maybe not warrior, but she's definitely like an advocate. She is also in mourning, so I need to change her to black in a few of her outfits just because her husband is dead now. So I feel like she would be wearing black, unfortunately, quite a bit. Um, but yeah, there we go. It's like I'm not going to go out of my way to make it like overly complicated or anything, but where I can and where it pops up will make it make sense. Yeah, so their child was named Chadwick. I decided I'm just going to leave it named Chadwick because I am telling a million stories. The name is not terrible. If it's kind of, I guess, into the medieval time period, I don't really know. I didn't do the research, but I do know Chadwick is a more old timey name. So the year is 1311. I need to check exactly what day of the week it is so I can tell you where we are. I want to go to the Aldermain house and see what's going on with our family. So yeah, it's the year 1311, and I know you guys, like, we've had 2 episodes in the year 1311. They're not super impactful. I'm slowly getting back into the Extreme Ultimate Decade Challenge. I've missed playing it, but when I play this, like, to do a year, I usually sit down and play for about 3 hours. And I give you guys about an hour long video, and I have not had the time to do that. So I'm just trickling down. I won't milk it too long, but I do have a bunch of new people commenting saying that they're watching my complete series. So it kind of works out that I'm like slowly moving the timeline along. So that way people can catch up and go watch the first decade because so much happened. Like we had fires, we had deaths, we had murder, we had like crazy magic happen, and it was extreme. So yeah, we are we're halfway through the year 1311. It's the spring equinox. We already rolled to see if our house was going to have our extreme challenge add-on that you guys know. It's Haysie Simmer's Extreme Ultimate Decade Challenge. So I have added random acts of life. That's what makes it extreme for me because we have some good and bad acts like kidnapping and murder and being jumped, fires, floods, all extra things to make it extreme. So right now we've already completed that. Um, so we're just going to have them have a nice little spring equinox. And I did say in the past, so someone recently asked me, they wanted to see my list of rules I've added. I'm like, I've kind of been saying them here and there, and I have them written down sloppily in my notes. So I'm going to do my best by the end of the month to get that all written for you guys and then figure out how to make a public Google Doc so you have access to it. It's just right now, I'm new. I'm a noob to all this when it comes to recording, editing, sharing, and then documenting my own, like doing this right here, doing this gameplay where I have to keep a log, which you guys know, I don't know if you saw in the last one, I just realized there was this down here at the bottom where you could do family trees, sim info, marriages and babies, farming key, data. Like, I had no idea this was down here because I've never used Google Docs before, like to this extreme. I just use like Google Word. So I had my own family tree that I made. This hot mess right here. Where's the other one? This is my random acts. I've kind of cleaned it up a bit and I made some notes over here, but I have like random notes everywhere. I even have like a spreadsheet on like things I'm adding, like how right here 1313 I told you guys I added the plague. It's coming via ship and it's going to change the rules of the game. And that's not in the Morbid Gamers Ultimate Decade Challenge. I'm using this as a base and I'm making it more extreme, at least for me. So yeah, I don't have it all written down yet, and I am adding things. So bear with me. I'm going to do my best to get you guys my added rules and the things I've changed on a spreadsheet by, let's say, Valentine's Day. I'll do my very best. I have a lot going on right now, so I'll sit down and try to get it done, though, because it is important to me. So we learned Frederick does not like mischief, which is kind of funny. Um, we're so close to having teens, guys. Like we have like 3 more years than we have a teen. So right now we have 2 kids. We have Frederick and we have Francis. Francis did lose his twin brother in the first decade, which was really sad. But I'm gonna have everybody come and just like appreciate, harvest, do whatever they can do to really get their skills up and in general, just get their just get their skills up. I don't know why it says the kids aren't here, but I'm just gonna because I don't know why it's sending them to daycare now. I had a mod in where it didn't happen, but I've changed so much ever since the For Rent came out. So I don't even know what mods I don't have anymore. And the problem is the reason I don't know is because there was so many mods that was they were singular mods. What's happening? First visitor. Okay, it's just the trader. I thought someone was dying because the camera jumped and I was like, not ready. I'm not ready. Okay, so let's get Halia over here. Just doing some gardening. We want to get our happy whatchamacallit. I can't talk, guys. Like, I am literally losing my mind. Can I not bring him here? Bring Jacob here. Yeah, so we want to get our spring equinox, our happy spring equinox. That's what we want. So tend garden. Just tend the garden and then appreciate an object. What object can we appreciate? Like, something. Appreciate, apply mite treatment. I'm assuming they would have something of the sort. Collect beeswax, collect honey. She is working on making mead, and I have it where in my story, if Gwendolyn ages up, we're going to teach her how to make mead, and that's going to be a part of her story. I know a lot of people do that with the first generation, and they get to build a pretty nice, like, reserve of money, but I just don't want to take it like everybody gets the quick skill, like what skills are other people going to do, you know what I mean? So sorry, I'm kind of got allergies going on. But looks like the father is making his or the reverend is making his rounds. Yeah, so I want every generation to kind of have their own skills. Halia and Jacob's priority is the farm. Please, again, ignore anyone who is not in the proper background clothes. I tried really hard, but I have lost some mods in the way of updating my whole game. So I'm just going to have to go back eventually and edit all that. But let's get Jacob out here farming as well because this is his top priority. Please go away, guy. Like, I really don't want to deal with you. You are okay. We have some lag. Probably you guys, so you know how I told you I separated my mods folders for progressive era CC, medieval CC, and my modern one for my crybaby. I may have all 3 in my folder right now because I'm crazy. I just wanted to make my life easier so I could just not have to reload my game to pre-record these videos for you guys because oh look, he's bringing Arthur, is that Arthur? Yeah, he's bringing Arthur out here to teach him gardening. What a sweet daddy. I love it so much. But yeah, I saved a good like 15 minutes each time. So I've saved 45 minutes by not, can I send this dude home? By not taking the folders out. So I know my game is like, what is happening? But I just can't be bothered. I just can't be bothered right now. It's working. I'm saving everything. I'll take them out before I go. I'm going on this trip out of state and I won't be home for a while around my PC and someone else is going to be taking care of our house. So, yeah, let's take care of this and oh, wait, let's get Halia to do that. What are we putting away clean laundry? Oh, it's used. Let's replace water. Can we add an additive? What flowers does she have? Sure. I don't care. And then Halia is learning how to make mead, like I said, and that's something she's going to teach Gwendolyn. So that'll be fun. Oh, we have a baby on the floor. And he's not happy. Oh my gosh, I didn't look at anyone. Who died? Oh, losing a sibling. Oh yeah, his twin brother. Oh wait, no, his younger brother. It's his twin brother, but he's not sad at all. Okay, that's worrisome. Everybody else is sad though. Okay. Well, oh yeah, Halia does paint and do candles. So like she's a little bit of a jack of all trades. I am going to slide that in there because I just can't be bothered. We have a lot going on. Do we not have a bassinet? Is that what it is? We aged up our baby. Yeah, he's an infant. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm so glad I put everything in their inventory so that way we can always have it available because we have a lot of kids all the time. And eventually they will all need a different size bed until they age up and, get out of our house. So I think we'll keep them. Maybe we'll say they last a generation or two. Look at mommy with her second redhead baby, Edard. Oh, yeah, we lost Davos. Oh, and I found out I had adoptions on. So our babies that we lost are where I didn't age them up to get a tombstone, which I for now on I'm doing. So our babies that we lost are all out in the world, and I'm gonna have to collect them and go into CAS and just like delete the sim. But that's work for another day. So it looks like Dad Jacob is out here with Gwendolyn and Arthur. They are twins, and it looks like Dad is just really spending the time teaching them. He is a hands-on dad. We know Jacob loves his kids. Even though this family tends to be more of a traditional roles. Yeah, everybody's got a strict dynamic. He is still a very hands-on father. He loves his legacy. So you guys know how like Jacob was all like, I have to have sons. Not Jacob. Jedediah was like, I have to have sons. I have to have sons. We're going to keep having children with Tamara until I have sons. Well, Jacob is kind of like the real positive version of being family oriented, where he nurtures and pours into his children. He understands the importance of the legacy he's leaving behind, not just the statistic of, oh, I had 3 sons. Like, he knows the meaning of each child's life and its purpose. And he's a very good father. I bet all our animals need attention. I like managing all these sims. Sorry, I have a teeny tiny lisp. I told you guys that like before. But yeah, I'm just making sure I don't lose my children because I know some people have just had their children like disappear, and that is spookily. We got to take care of the cow. We got to milk it. I'm gonna try to just use like the milk too and let it expire. And then so Halia grew up, her dad was a fisherman, if you guys don't know. So I'm gonna have her fish with which one of her children? Frederick hates fishing. So we'll try it with Francis and see if maybe that is his thing. And we also know her brother, Pascal, is learning about the minerals on the land because they can now mine for things. And he is going to teach it to Frederick because Frederick is inheriting the land. But Frederick's, priority is to continue the farm. But he's going to also teach it to Francis and Arthur and Edard, so they each have a skill they can fall back on. Mining or blacksmithing, maybe one of them will do one, and maybe they can open like a brother's blacksmith station. Because I do plan on turning this into a multi-generational home stead, so we can have probably a home over here. We have our cemetery there. We can make a little chapel because every Sunday they are supposed to be going to church. We do have the sword in the stone here. I'm going to just pretend like it's unexplored, really. Like they know it's there, but they don't know what it is. They just think it's like an ancient relic. They, inherited this land and they don't really know much about it. Can she not fish over here? Can we fish here? I want to see if Francis likes fishing because Frederick hates it. So I do want to try to see if Francis likes it. Yeah, so today's episode, I'm sorry guys, I'm having a teeny bit of lag. I know why, because I'm really overworking my PC right now. So, and plus this is a huge lot. So let's get it off of fast forward. So pause. Okay, let's check and see what happened. Okay, you guys can't see. Fitness level school 2, and then acquired fishing skill. Guys, the hardest thing about ad-libbing this, like I can be an in-depth storyteller, but when you're like talking on the fly, that's so hard, I'm finding. So kudos to everyone who's done it and inspired me to do it. Especially when you're doing live gameplay and not like staging, which that's a lot of work too. That is an extreme amount of work. But like that's why we stumble so much in the beginning, because it's like when I play Sims, normally I'm like quietly thinking to myself. So now that I've like decided to share my stories because I just enjoy that, realizing that I have to like talk and engage to the camera like it's a person, it's very taxing sometimes. And I just get to the point where I'm like stumbling. He has to use the bladder. So he's about to hate fishing if we don't pull out this tooth and go use the bathroom. Oh, that's so rough, but you are a tough boy. Awesome. Hopefully you'll feel better soon. And then go use the bathroom. Francis lost his tooth. Can you? Yeah, you can collect wild honey. I don't know if we have a mead press, but we are, oh, right. We don't have a mead press. That's something Gwendolyn can maybe invest in, but we cook mead. We can do mead on here. Oh, cool. He can warm himself. So what is mom doing? Loving, oh wait, checking on her toddlers, making sure they're okay. We do need to do some cleaning up, Halia. The house is dirty. You need to make some candles. Just a regular dip candle. And maybe mom can take some time to do a little landscape painting. She's only allowed to do landscapes or classical. Actually, I think we decided she hated landscape and she only does classical. So we won't do that. That's right. So the kids look to be okay. They're a little hungry. And mom really does need to actually cook as well. So we'll do some homemade, we'll just do onion soup for the family. I wish I could do like serving sizes of 10. But it looks like dad's over here having a deep talk with, is this Francis or Frederick? Francis. That's his heir, so it looks like he's having a real serious conversation with him about like what the future looks like for the family, his expectations for his son, and what he hopes for their legacy, because it is really important. He's roughly like, I think 10 or 11 at this point. I have to double check. But yeah, he's talking to the boys about like the important, who is moaning? Sorry, I think she's burning herself and she's yelling. Someone's making noises. Anyways, or is someone outside crying? No, we always have someone here. Yeah, this house, oh yeah, that's what it is. Halia is screaming because she's burning herself. Yeah, we always have something going on in the family. But I hate that my cameras bob like this so much. It's not even funny. But let me just stay put for a little bit. But yeah, like the family it's a really close-knit family. They're trying to better their life. Look, Halia did a self-portrait of herself playing a lute, which is kind of taboo now after what Jedediah did. Which we're only checking in Jedediah like once a year, once every other year, guys. So that last little sneak peek you got of him is all you'll get for a while. But yeah, we're just gonna let them live their life and be a good family. It looks like he's giving the baby some cow's milk. We did say that was not really allowed, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna have Halia feed them, and then we're gonna go check in on Tamara. I'm so glad I came to check in. Apparently, Amy was pregnant and she is actually in labor. So we're about to have oh gosh, you were in the wrong color, Yvette. We're about to have a baby. I do believe I have okay, yeah, start the home birth. Oh yeah, you are probably going to struggle. Oh my gosh, we will not read that out loud. That is a mod issue. Yeah, when I take out that mod, it like that mod's not going to be in this Let's Play, so we're going to ignore that for now. And it looks like she acquired a movement. Yay! Hunt, Tamara, if it's filthy, help out. Like, help out. Is it spoiled? Oh, look at you loving on your niece. Oh, Tamara loves affection. Even after everything, Tamara loves affection. Like she thinks she thinks she lost her children, if you guys remember. She also the other children that ran away with Jedediah. She's mourning the loss of her son and her heir, Ryder, or was it Riker? I think it was Ryder. No, it's Riker, sorry. And she is got her baby daughter and she's got to start anew. But look at how much money she has, $10,000. So she had not, don't ask her if she wants to be, I don't know why I said that. Oh, maybe that's her asking, is she excited about the new cousin? But sorry, I am literally like my brain is scatterbrained right now. But after all that, Tamara still like she's got it. I think it made her heart softer because she's lost so much and she technically did find her true love with Calvin. And we do know that Calvin's wife will support them no matter what. So I wonder if she's even, I don't even know. Tamara would not have seen Calvin after their exchange, realizing that they're soulmates. She would have handed over that land to him, let him deal with that. And she's rebuilding herself. She has 10,000. Some of this is probably theirs. So I'm gonna write it down in my notes that. Oh, okay. Let's just. Sorry guys, I really just threw myself for a loop. Okay. Sorry. I'm new to the UI mod too. Like I normally never played with it, but I do know for storytelling it's been really helpful. Let's work on Amy's pregnancy. I don't want her to lose her kid because I am really scared. We don't roll for them because they're not a side household at all. Not even Tamara anymore. We're just gonna roll for Nimue, because she is Jedediah's child, but we no longer roll for Tamara. Okay. So what do we need to do next for our pregnancy? Go for a walk. Where are we at with that? Pregnancy and labor, contraction pains. Can we start the birth or do we have to, you know what, we probably have to have a crib. Okay, she has to reach full dilation yet, so she's not there. I don't know how to get her to check. Maybe we can ask her to assist us with our pregnancy. I don't know if Tamara can do that. I really wasn't set up for this, so I have genuinely no idea how to go about that. Would it be under infection? Activities, interest, deep thoughts. Oh my gosh, I really hate the menu so much. I know we can ask her to assist. I just don't know how close we have to be. And I don't know where it falls under. I really need to watch a tutorial on how to play this mod. So we have a problem, but yeah, well, I guess we'll just do our best to work through it and I'll let you guys know when she goes into labor. But yeah, so Tamara would not have talked to Jedediah, she wouldn't have talked to Calvin at all. It looks like he's going to be rebuilding over there because he does want to turn that into a tavern, the land that Jedediah had to leave him for his debts. So Tamara would not have talked to Calvin, even though they are soulmates, but we do know Calvin's wife does support their possibility of their relationship. But Calvin, he doesn't know if that's what Tamara wants, and he doesn't want to ask Tamara if she wants to have a life with him. There is no sink on this lot, so I'll have to worry about that later. He doesn't want to ask Tamara if she wants to be with him because she's already lost her children. She would have to save up again to petition for divorce, or he would have to take that from his children when he doesn't, you know what I mean? Like their situation is really complicated. So we just don't know where life is going to go for them yet. I don't want to just have baby. I actually would like to. No, I wanted to do the unassisted. Oh well, she's having her baby, guys. Let's see what Amy has, and then I'm going to check in on another household. It's a boy, and they're naming him Emmanuel. Aww, way to go! Oh no, she's not excited. What? What? Contraction pain? Oh my goodness. She is having a horrible time. And why do I have this new baby glitch? Show off to your husband. Pascal is probably so happy that he has a son. I'm sure he's so happy to have Emmanuel. But yeah, actually, I want to play Tamara in the daytime. So I'm going to fast forward till it's daytime. So Tamara is at the Duke's house. He is one of the Dukes closer to the docks, where he oversees a lot of the military things. And she is here to ask the Duke to ask local, like importing fishermen and ships if they have seen or heard about Jedediah and their children, and if he could put the word out that he is missing. She's asking him to help her find her children and, be their, he's like one of their lords. So she's basically asking him to do, this service. And it looks like, so the future cube, I'm going to play that into the story. Maybe he, something just happened over there. Someone just teleported. I don't know if you guys saw that. So magic is coming back to the town. I don't know if you guys noticed that from the last time. But let's pause because things are happening. Things are happening. This is Calvin, who is Tamara's soulmate. So it's very interesting that he's here. Also talking to the Duke. But yeah, so the Duke is in charge of kind of like the town area where the military is, and he would oversee shipments and imports. So I don't see why, he couldn't put word out that a man has, I mean, they're his children, but he did burn down their house. So maybe he can just inquire about it because Tamara is kind of so we know about her tapestries, right? Her rugs. She's kind of sought after when it comes from the noble houses. Her work is like her brother-in-law did the work at the Abbey. He commissioned her and other local artists and used their work in the Abbey, but he supported their country of Avalon. He did not export for anything to redo the Abbey. He used the local workers. And so when all the nobility came into the Abbey to see it, whenever its grand reveal was in the year 1310, they fell in love with her tapestries and they wanted to order them. And then her house burns down, and now she can only do small orders at a time because she's in the, Pascal's little hut on the river, the little fisher hut. And, she really doesn't have all her resources the way she did. So all these women are kind of like wanting the next big piece of artwork from her, and they can't, hang up one of her tapestries or order a rug. So the Duke is kind of like, yeah, like make my wife, a tapestry because we really want to hang one up and, say that we have one of your like original pieces from an artist in Avalon, from a peasant. Like it's a status symbol to have one of her tapestries or rugs. So, he's like, I will do my best, but I can't promise you anything because technically Jedediah is the head of your household. You did not get a divorce and you do not have custody of your children, which is very hard to get in these time periods. So now we see, like, this was not planned. Calvin is here talking to the Duke. Calvin is Tamara's soulmate. He is married. We learned in the last episode that Calvin is married to his dead, his brother's would-be widow. Technically, they never got married, but Calvin's brother died, and she was pregnant with his. They were engaged, and she was pregnant with his brother's child. So Calvin stepped up and took over and inherited the tavern and, this wife. And they have biological children. He has one or two children, I think, with her. But she does believe in the magic of soulmates, and she wants things to work out for Calvin because he stepped up and took care of her. So it looks like Calvin is kind of like keeping an eye on Tamara's movements because now she's talking to the Duke, or he's talking to the Duke, and maybe he's like telling him like, look, Jedediah burned this property that he left to me to settle his debts. So technically, he needs to have a warrant out for his arrest. So that is going to make the Duke like look into it more. And Calvin's like, thank you so much. I, appreciate that. So that is very interesting that he's here. And Calvin, since he is here, he is going to talk to Tamara and just say, look, I love you. I want to be with you, and there is a way. Please let me help you get a divorce. Please let me help you find Jedediah and find your kids. And Tamara is going to let him prove to her that they are soulmates. Well, she knows they're soulmates, but she's going to let him prove to her that soulmate magic in love is worth the risk, and he's got to prove to her that he wants to make her life better and not just have her because he loves her. She needs her children back. She needs stability. She needs a home. And she's telling Calvin, like, love would be great, but what else? So that's kind of where their conversation is. And Calvin is, kind of got his hero's quest ahead of him. And that's very exciting, guys. I'm going to leave this here, and I hope you guys are enjoying the story. We get to follow Calvin on the next one. All right. Bye, guys.